What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. It's that time of the year where Apple releases its latest software meant to lead us on for the next 12 months. And this time they released iOS 18, watchOS 11, visionOS 2, and a slew of other updates. watchOS 11 is what we're going to talk about here, and I don't think there's that one real standout feature that blows you away and say, I gotta go download this today. But I do believe there's a lot of small quality of life improvements in this update that a lot of people are going to appreciate. So for now, comment down below what your favorite feature is on watchOS 11 or even iOS 18 if you're not a big Apple Watch fan. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So here we are running watchOS 11 on our Ultra 2. And the first thing you'll know when you actually install this update is that you get 3 new watch faces here, and this is one of them. It is almost like an AI compilation of your favorite watch faces over pets, people, whatever you want. And what happens is when you tip your wrist down and then lift it up, or whenever you go about getting a different sort of alert, you will get different sort of compilation watch faces here. You can click on them like I'm showing you here to change it, or like I said, when it recognizes your wrist is down and back up, you can see here how it changed. We'll do it again. It just twists and tweaks what watch faces are live. So it's almost like a different photo compilation that is predetermined, or you can actually select your pictures as well if you prefer to do it that way. There are a couple of other ones. For some reason, they're not showing up yet for us in the Watch app and under Face Gallery. It still kind of keeps us to just that new watch face one for photos, but they are live, and once we get our Series 10, we will do a deeper dive into those for you. Beyond that, probably one of the more exciting changes here is the actual improvement to Smart Stack. And what you have here, now Smart Stack is much more intelligent and gives you much more relevant information for what you need. If you have music playing, if you have bad weather, it will come up and actually be more of a, well, smart stack. You will be able to see what's going on and what's relevant as well. Equally good is now live activities are here. So if you're waiting on an Uber ride, if you're waiting on sports scores, if the weather is inclement around your area, you will actually get that as a live activity now as well. So you don't have to kind of be fumbling around wondering what's going on. And they do work with the watch display kind of off on your wrist, so you will be able to see that at any point of time. Again, since it's a live activity, same way you can see on your iPhone. You do also have now new apps. There is a new Tides app, and I'll scroll down here and give you guys a quick look at that. This will allow you to select your location and get relevant tide information, and you can kind of scroll through and see if it's high tide, low tide, if it's falling, if it is actually low, and you can change your location as well if you so choose to do that. It's actually very cool, very beneficial. You can see severe alert here for coastal flood warning. It's been raining heavily here in Jacksonville for the last 2 weeks straight, so that's something it lets you know of. But all in all, another good update that will be coming as well to the Apple Watch. Now, the next one I want to talk about actually goes along with our iPhone. And if you now go into Apple Maps, let's go ahead and pull this up for you. And as you can see, we search for Yosemite National Park. Now you can actually scroll down through and see hiking trails. And hypothetically, say you want Clark Point. It gives you all these. You can get directions and send them right to your watch and be able to actually follow hiking trails on your Apple Watch as well. Pretty cool addition. Nothing I will actually take advantage of. Not really a huge fan of the outdoors to that extent, but I know a lot of people are, and could be a very useful feature. Beyond that also, there is a new Vitals app. This is something you do need at least 7 days of sleep tracking to be able to give you feedback. You can see there's no data here for me because I don't sleep with my Apple Watch, but if you do, this will actually be able to give you all of your overnight vitals, how well you're sleeping and all that. I use my Oura Ring for all that, so it's not very beneficial to me. I don't like sleeping with something this bulky on my wrist, but if you do, this is a great new app that will be able to help you out along the way. You can see your past, see any other calendar information that might be able to show you. So you can see the one day I did sleep with it in the last week. It gives you some metrics here. And then also we have now updates to the Translate app. So if you actually go into here, you can continue, and we'll just use English to Spanish. How are you doing today? And it gives you the change and the readout of what that is in Spanish, and you can play it.
¿Cómo estás hoy?
If you guys heard it.
¿Cómo estás hoy?
Very quick and easy. You can actually change settings to have that automatically done for you. You have your punctuation speed, autoplay translations, like I was just saying, preferred input if voice. If you want to download any additional languages, on device mode, you have some options here as well. One other item I don't foresee being very useful for me personally, on the Series 10 and Apple Watch Ultra 2, you can now use the speaker here as just that, a speaker for music playback, audiobook listening, or anything like that. It is reserved for Series 10 and Apple Watch Ultra 2s. Keep that in mind. I'm not sure why they decided to do that, but Apple's gonna Apple. One of the other exciting changes is in fitness, and if you follow the channel and have seen what we've been touching on in the most recent videos we've been doing, there is a lot to like about the fitness changes in this Apple Watch. So if you're into fitness and like tracking everything you need here, your Apple Rings move goals can now be edited if you so choose. You have a ton of new training load information here, which is another new feature. And this is one right here. So for training load, I click that button on the top right side and you can see what this is. It's letting you know, it's letting you see how your workouts add up over time so you can decide whether to push and when to recover. You can learn more in the fitness app on iPhone. We'll say continue. And you could see we've had a lot of things going on this week. We are well below what we traditionally are, which is that white baseline. So this is going to be very beneficial for people who actually work out on the regular and want to see where they usually are from what they were at. But aside from that, like I said, you can go into your rings here, change your goals, pause your rings if needed, and you can change it daily, or you can actually set it monthly. You have a whole calendar option here. You can schedule it now. It is much more customizable if you're sick, you don't want to lose those streaks. You now have much more of a better ability to granularly control all of that here. One of the other good changes talking about moves is in the Apple Watch app, or excuse me, actually in the fitness app. If you go into your fitness app now, you can obviously see you have a much more customizable summary options here. You can long press on one, hide anything you want. You can actually move them around as well if you want to edit it, see different sorts of just options to it. They are making it more yours, basically. If you want to see all categories as well, you have new swimming categories and other things like that. If you want more details on training load, this is where you'll find it as well. And again, you can kind of see where personally mine has been recently, which is significantly lower than what it has been for the past little while. But again, all great features if you are fitness focused. There are also some changes to the cycle tracking app. If you're interested in that for pregnancy, stuff like that is all here. One thing that I feel like we've talked about to an unwieldy extent is that double tap gesture. Still here, still very limited since iOS 10. However, now they do have an API that developers can implement if they feel like it. So hopefully, let's just throw this on really quick, we will have a much more useful double tap gesture for apps in the coming future. You can see it's still working probably a little more thoroughly than it has in the past. It's pretty smooth actually, but out of its simple form, out of the box, it is still limited. You can click through a couple more things in different apps, but again, nothing crazy there. One thing that is going to be coming soon, it actually just got FDA approval in the other day or so, is sleep apnea detection. It is now active, and it is going to be coming in watchOS 11, probably watchOS 11.1, I would assume, but very, very soon. So yeah, as you guys can tell, small update, nothing crazy here, but a lot of nice little features, not one big tentpole one, that make your quality of life using an Apple Watch a little better. One thing that's always going to come up is battery life. We've been using this for a little over a week. Haven't had any issues. It's been somewhat inconsistent, but it is easily making us through a day plus without turning on low battery mode. So up to you how you want to take it, but that was our experience. Let us know in the comments down below, how do you feel that Watch 11 is going to be for you. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.